Back in 1923, I was 5 years old in 23. I slept with my grandmother, and she would talk all night long while we were sleeping. And as she looked at me, I think she talked all night, because whenever time I'd wake up, she'd be still talking. And then she'd get up in the morning and do her work, whatever. And I never thought anything. And everything she was talking about, she was telling me what's coming, what's going to happen, all these things that were things. She told me about all the dams that were going to be put in the river. She told me about the telephones that they were going to have, people were going to use. She said they were going to have webs on them, she called them lines, webs at the telephone lines. She called them webs. Then she said in the latter part, after you get older, she said, they will have telephones with no webs. The webs you won't be able to see. Then she said they're going to watch what's going on around the world in boxes. She said they're going to build a big satellite circling this earth that you can see from here. She said the two brothers are going to build it, while the United States and Russia are building it. They are the two brothers, and they are the coyote's son. In other words, they are the devil's people. When I got to be that age, my grandmother said, you're getting to be a big boy now. You go sleep with your grandfather. So I went and slept with my grandfather. And he done the same thing. He talked all night long. I sat and listened to him. When I go to sleep and I wake up, he's still talking. Then early in the morning when I got up, and done what he was going to do, his work he had to do around home. And one day I asked him, that wasn't very long, I got to thinking, when do you ever sleep? I said. And he never talked after that at night. I guess he figured I knowed enough of it. And then the only time that he would talk is when we went working out in the garden or around the place or going hunting or fishing, and he would talk. Talking about hunting, we used to hunt bear in the wintertime. And this was kind of an education to me too, because he would go in a bear hole in the wintertime and make the bear come out. And then he would kill it after it's outside. So I used to go with him, and then he told me, he said, now it's your turn. You go in and bring the bear out. That was the only time that I was really scared. I didn't want to go in there. I was afraid, but I couldn't help it. I had to go because my grandfather said so. So I went in and woke the bear up and come out. Then he told me after that, he said, I sent you in for a reason, so that you would never be scared again. So I never was scared of anything after that. Didn't matter. It was kind of an education. That's the kind of an education I've had. I never went to school very much. Fact is, I was kind of a rebel in school. Then they sent me to a government school up in Oregon. Chihuahua it was called. And I would tell stories or talk to just like I'm talking to you about my life, about what was going to come, what was going to happen. And that school was run by the Army at that time. And the lieutenant caught me telling stories to these little children of my size. And they gave me a good beating and told me never to talk like that again.